Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this section, we are going to talk about very important stuff, which is the clients. So now, you must see that there is a red line around this area, right? So we have already seen a distributed queue, how it distributes on the previous section. Now in this section, we're going to concentrate on this client level stuff. Like, for example, like how this client works and what is required for this client to get things done. As you can see that sending messages and returning messages, right? There must be a logic behind this for it to run. Let's just try to understand that in this example. Now, I've given you different clients which we have used so far and which we may use later point of time. One of this client which we have used is MQ Explorer. Another one is that MQ console on the browser. So these are two different clients we have used. And then there are other clients as well, like application servers can also use MQ. And then you have the Java application also, which uses MQ. All right. So these are something which you cannot see. It is apart from the browser which you access your application, right? So you may not know that it connects to MQ or it gets value from MQ or get messages to the MQ. So likewise, you won't know it when you do it from the browser and as in like end user. So this MQ operations, this client I'm talking about is for a developer or for administrator, some kind of a person who is into the system, who is working for that customer. So only those people will be using this kind of client. I'm not talking about the end user customer or end user side. Now, let's talk more about it. For example, one thing you are common with every different connectivity, one thing is common is the jar files over here. Jar files, why I term it as jar file is basically it's called Java archive because everything uses Java over here, more or less, and every time MQ wants to understand something else, it will use these packages over here. Sometimes it may not be Java archive; it will be just the library files. Sometimes it will be Java archive. Okay. For example, when you talk about this application server connects to MQ, but before that, it needs to understand about MQ, right? So there are some libraries which it needs to know how to communicate to MQ, right? So it uses in that time a Java file to understand it. Say for example, MQ Explorer uses libraries to understand about it. It may be packaged in a Java archive, it may be packaged in a zip file, it could be anything. Or it could be just the library files or SO files, it could be. Depends on the operating system, depends on the clients which you're using. So they are all dependent on that. All right. So now the mode of communication. The mode of communication to talk to this particular MQ instance, it needs to know about this MQ existence, right? If it doesn't know about the existence of MQ, it will not be able to talk to it. So the communication mode is going to be on a different level. So I have given this for this. It is not matching. Okay, so which means that I can use CCDT on anything else. So I'm just giving you three different ways, so it can be used anywhere. One is CCDT. It's a file which is created by IBM MQ. And another one is MQ server details, which is listed on the environment variables, where the application server or any MQ Explorer or anything like that will utilize that environment variables and connect to MQ. Another one is the client configuration file. Okay, so these are three different methods your clients will be aware of the MQ's existence. And we will be seeing down the session about configuring each of these action items in a hands-on training way, so that you will be able to understand how your client actually connects. And this is very important a topic for you, because you as an engineer or an administrator of WebSphere MQ, you are supposed to configure all these three different methods and then to connect to MQ, and you're supposed to give it to the developer saying that this is the CCDT file, or this is how you need to configure MQ environment. Sometimes you have to get to that system and configure it. Depends on the company's policies, how or what role you have to play on that. But then, as an MQ administrator, you should know about these 3 different ways of connecting your clients to the MQ server. And then after this, we will talk about clustering and other side of things. But this is very important for us as administrator to know how the client reaches to us. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video patiently. I'll see you in the next one.